Hello all you Xenos lovers, once again as always I am Cosmic, and today we're going to be reviewing Eisenhorn Xenos, an action-adventure game developed by Pixel Hero Games and published by them also. Eisenhorn Xenos is of course the video game adaptation of the Warhammer 40k novels Eisenhorn by Dan Abnett, and it focuses on the first novel, which is Xenos of course, and it had a preview by myself a while back, and it was not good in any sense or shape. The game itself was primarily built for iOS and Android devices and has received a PC port. Now, when I looked and previewed the game way back when, it was a massive failure in nearly every respect, and I was really hoping that they would take the criticism from myself and many other reviewers' previews and really go away and try and improve as much as they could for the PC version of the game. So have they done that? Well, to their credit, they have changed up a few things, like adding in ammo rather than infinite ammo for pistols, so that you can't just spam fire everything to death. They've changed up the menus a little bit, added a few things here and there, but for the most part, it's the same. It is the exact same game. Now, this is a problem. This means that it is a very, very bad game. I think that if you're fans of Warhammer 40k, and particularly if you're fans of the Gregor Eisenhorn series, you need to stay away from this, because this will just be painful for you all round. The graphical fidelity of the game is not great. Yes, some of the environments do look good, but the character models don't. They're janky, the animations are janky, it just does not look nice in any shape or form. For an iOS game, sure, it looks okay. For a PC game, no, definitely not, stay away. It is everything that is wrong with Warhammer 40k at the moment when it comes to video game franchises, because time and time again, ever since THQ went under, we have seen Games Workshop license out the 40k franchise to a host of developers, and all we get back is subpar games that really don't live up to how good the Warhammer 40k universe is. It isn't just the visuals that are a problem, the audio is a problem too. The game is voice acted by Mark Strong, the famous actor, and he voices Gregor Eisenhorn. He doesn't do too bad of a job. Some of the lines just aren't read in the correct tone or with the correct emotion behind them, but for the most part, all of the other voice acting in the game is pretty damn bad. Not to mention the fact that a lot of the sound effects don't really sound like they should, especially when it comes to the guns and the explosions. They don't really sound like what you would expect to hear from a 40k fight. These of course are just the cosmetic problems on the game's surface. There are a host of in-depth mechanical problems with this game. Of course, it all stems from the fact that it is an iOS game, and that is ultimately the biggest problem. Let's talk about combat for starters. Combat itself is tried to work on a kind of dumbed down Batman Arkham combo system that just does not suit the game at all. You have a melee attack, you have a ranged attack, and you have a psycho attack, which essentially just pushes enemies away. And other than that, the game's janky controls interfere with the combo system. You have a wide range of problems with the animation of combat. It doesn't flow like a combo system should. It doesn't have enough animations like a combo system should. And the entire thing just feels like a really bad nightmare, and I really don't like the combat in any sense. It just doesn't feel satisfying, it doesn't feel like it has any depth to it, and it's just awful all the way around. And it's funny because I tried to do a boss battle very early on in the game, and I kept dying because the boss would one-shot you straight off the bat, so you would have to keep rolling out the way. So it essentially became a game of rolling, hit, rolling, hit, and it just, it was driving me mental. Outside of combat, you also have the exploration kind of thing, which isn't much. There isn't much to explore. There's a couple of chests to find where you can get coins. Now, coins are used to upgrade your items and equipment, so you can upgrade your sword to a different sword or upgrade that version of your sword. You can get different guns, and you also get Imperial Seals, which will boost your stats in some form. You also have a tech scanner in the exploration side of the game that you can use to disable mines and open doors, etc., hack modules, and it's okay. It does the job, I guess. The major problem is that levels are designed very linearly because it's an iOS game, so there's not much that you can explore in a sense, and it's just a case of going through the motions. You have to do these annoying quick time events to sometimes open doors, which is highly frustrating because it's the same damn event, the same animation all the time, and I don't even see why they put that in there. Is it just to lengthen out the game somewhat? I don't know, but there's no real reason why it should be in there. And ultimately, this is a bad game, hands down. I love 40k, I love the franchise, but I really cannot recommend Eisenhorn Xenos to anyone who enjoys the Eisenhorn books or the Warhammer 40k universe or video games in general. Is it worth getting on the iPad? Maybe. Maybe if you're stuck on a plane for 9 hours and you have nothing else to do, then okay, go play this. But as a PC game, there is no reason why you should play this game because it is just that bad. It is grimdark and not in the good way, so to speak. The sole redeeming feature of the game is that the dialogue itself isn't interpreted. It's ripped directly from the book itself, which means that yes, they are staying true to the source material in a sense, but again, it is let down by the voice acting of the game, and things are just not said in the right sense. There's a lot of situations where you feel Eisenhorn would have been a little bit more angry than he actually gets portrayed in the game, and it just doesn't work very well at all. I have to say that the camera is a massive problem also. It's very janky, it doesn't work, it's too close. It's like third person over shoulder, but it's so close to Eisenhorn's shoulder that it just makes spinning the camera on any, whether you're on mouse, keyboard, or using a controller, it just makes it impossible. I certainly know for a fact that a lot of people have already refunded the game within like an hour. It's that bad, and I can't stress enough how disappointing this game is as a Warhammer 40k, but it's not just as a Warhammer 40k game, it's disappointing as a video game. If you stripped away the Warhammer 40k stuff, and it wasn't even that, the only appeal to the game, in fact, is the fact that it's a Warhammer 40k game. If you took that away and you had it just as a general sci-fi game, people wouldn't even take a look. It's that bad. And I was trying to be optimistic about the game. I was trying to think that maybe they would pull it round after the initial previews, and it hasn't happened. And I have to say that I definitely don't recommend that you go in to get it, and it's one to stay away from. And that is my review of Eisenhorn Xenos. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Do like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. And as always, I will see you next time.